In this video, I'm going to talk about a product you either forgot about or didn't even know existed, and that's Game Night Free-For-All. You probably missed it because there's so many other sets and cards coming out around you. Such as Infinity, Warhammer 40k Commander, Secret Lair Drop Series, October Super Drop 2022 with the Warhammer 40k drops, the Magic Area Convention, and the release of the 30th Anniversary Countdown, Pioneer Challengers 2022, release of Rose War with all the retro artifacts and the University Young cards transformed, release of the 30th Anniversary Edition, $999 4 random booster packs, release of 2022, the 5 Star Commander deck, release of the Secret Lair Drop Series December, and release of mobile alchemy sets, Flora Anthologies, the individual Secret Lairs, and the Secret Lair drops, and the Rose War Commander deck. Don't fault you for missing out on this set. But there's some pretty good legends here, and in this video, we're going to take a look at them. For each of these 5 legends, we're going to talk about a card that I think would go in if they were the helm of the commander deck, what commander deck I think they would go in, and then an Unfinity card that would go good in the deck if your playgroup allows that. Let's get started with Zamriel, Seraph of Steel. A 4-mana 3/4 legendary creature, angel with flying, and as long as it's your turn, equipped creatures you control have indestructible. Halvar, God of Battle, gives equipped and enchanted creatures you control double strike, and each combat you can attach one of those to another creature you control. The backside of him says equipped creature you control gets +2/+0 and has vigilance, and whenever equipped creature dies, you return it to its owner's hand. A commander that I think this card belongs in is Galea, Kilder of Hope, who loves Uras and equipment, and the Unfinity card that I would stick in Zamriel is Soliflare, Intergalactic Icon, that essentially gives all of your creatures the abilities of all of the equipments, and it counts as being equipped. Next up is Maeve, Insidious Sinner, who is blue 2/2 for a 3/4 legendary creature Siren with 2 and a blue to go to target creature, and whenever that creature attacks one of your opponents this turn, you draw a card. A card that I think belongs in this build is Mocking Doppelganger, who has Flash, and when it ETBs, copies a creature an opponent controls, except for it has other creatures with the same name as this card, are goaded. A commander that I think Maeve pairs well with is Fergrag, Cunning Investigator, who says whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of your opponents, if that creature had to attack this combat, such as you goaded it, you put a +++ encounter on it and draw a card. The Unfinity card that I would pair with Maeve is Floros of Myra's Marvels, a 4-mana 3/4 legendary creature Merfolk Performer. As it enters the battlefield, we choose a number larger than 0, and whenever we cast our commander or another spell with power, toughness, or loyalty equal to that number, choose 3 or 4 for the power and toughness of our commander, we get to make another creature into an X-Ax and buff it until end of turn. Thirdly, we have Vogar, Necropolis Tyrant, a 3-black 4/4 legendary creature zombie giant with menace, and whenever another creature dies during your turn, you can put a +1/+ encounter on him. When it dies, you draw a card for each +1/+ encounter on it. A card that I would definitely add at the 99 is Sheoldred the Apocalypse, which will reward us when we draw cards. A commander that I would add Vogar to is Willet the Rockcleaver, because those decayed creature tokens are going to be dying and giving us more +1/+ encounters and allowing us to draw more cards. And the Infinity card that I would add to the list is Nocturno of Myra's Marvels, a 4-mana 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, choose a word with 5 or more letters. I would choose Counter, because it allows us to build a counter synergistic deck and draw more cards and take more value off of every creature we play that enters the battlefield with a counter on it. Next up, we have Nogi Draco Zealot, a red 1 3/3 legendary creature Kobold Shaman. With dragon spells you cast cost 1 less to cast whenever it attacks. If you control 3 or more dragons, until end of turn, it becomes a dragon with space, power, and toughness 5/5 and gains flying. A card that I'd stick in this deck is Universal Automaton, a 1-mana 1/1 that's a changeling, so it counts as a dragon. It's super cheap, it's free off of the commander, and it counts as a dragon. Help get that 5/5 attacking. One commander list that I think Nogi might belong in is Rith Liberated Primeval, who checks for excess combat damage to be dealt, which is good with the 5/5 dragon that Nogi can turn into, because it's probably going to deal excess combat damage. And a fun Unfinity card that I would stick in the list if your playgroup allows it is Ignacio of Myra's Marvels, a 4-mana 4/3 that says as it enters the battlefield, choose Armor Blood, Book, Bottle Fane, Fire Scroll, Spear, Sword, or Water. Nogi has Fanes. And lastly, we probably have the most powerful out of the Game Night set, Imaril Elfheim Elite, a 4-mana 3/3 legendary creature, Elf Warrior. Whenever it attacks, it gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of elves you control. You may have it assign combat damage as though it weren't blocked. Strategy here is to buff it, and what card I would add to the 99 is Immaculate Magistrate. For 3 and a green, it's a creature elf shaman that taps to put a +++ encounter on target creature, our commander, for each elf we control. I would add this card to the list of Lathril Blade of Elves. Because we're making a ton of elves, we can buff Imaril equal to that number and just hit really hard with our amount of damage. The Unfinity card that I would pair with Imaril is Hardy of Myra's Marvels, a 4-mana 4/4. When it enters the battlefield, choose a number. We're going to choose 2. And whenever you cast a spell with a chosen number of lines of flavor text, you may put that many +1/+ encounters on target creature. So we put him on Commander, and this battle fills with 2 more plus and plus encounters, which allows us to hit for 5 Commander damage on top of any other elf shenanigans we have, and we all know there's plenty of them, to deal combat damage and Commander damage really, really quickly. What's your favorite out of these 5 new legends from Game Knights, and what cards would you add to the list that I didn't think about, and what cards would you not add to the list that I tried to include? You let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you'd like more Magic the Gathering updates like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell so you always have push notifications when a new video comes out, and don't forget to share with your friends if you don't think they've seen the Game Knights cards yet.